Hi everyone, welcome back to my RetroBat build. This, I think, now video 16, so it's quite a few now. So I'm trying to, I guess, add a few more systems in one video, rather than try to sort of drag this out too long. So without further ado, you know the drill by now. Let's add some systems. We've got 3 to add today. So we've got DOS, which is one I've not added yet. So I think that's quite a popular one for quite a lot of people like the old DOS games. So we've got a collection here. We've got the N64DD, so it's I guess a different version of the N64, extended version, or more capable version, and then the NDS, Nintendo DS. Again, quite a popular system I've seen on other builds, so I thought I'd add that as well. So again, like I say, I found these sets online. These aren't my sets. You know, I'm not supplying games. Please, don't want to get in trouble. They're links I found and providing for you guys. So obviously, download if you're able to, or if you own the games, don't condone piracy in any way. So again, yeah, I provide the links up to you whether you download them. But having said that, let's crack on and show you how to do it if you choose to. So yeah, we've got these 3 sets here. So on the left hand side, we've got a RetroBat folder. Obviously yours could be anywhere else. Mine's on my X drive. So as usual, you go into the ROMs folder, and there'll be preset folders for these already. So let's just go through and find them. So under DOS, there you go, it's empty. Let's go to the DOS folder here. Again, these are multi-part files, split into 512 meg, which I presume is to give you a better chance of downloading. Obviously, rather than having one large file, which could stop halfway through, you've got the option to download in multiple parts to try and make it easier. So let's click on part 1. And as always, I'm using 7-zip manager, so it opens it in a nice little browser window. And here's everything inside, all the games, images, artwork, videos to go with it. So we'll do a Control A for everything. Click, drag, let go. Password is capital B, build, and an exclamation mark. And we'll start that copying across. For those that have been following the series, hopefully people have. You'll probably notice all the links now have all changed. They're all the same. They're all for Mega Up, which is another free hosting site. So I found these links, the same links on Mega Up, which I think for me seems to work really well. Yeah, give that a go. It should be better. Some of the, before that we had a lot of different links on Mega.nz, and there's some in Google Drive, and there was some on Dgoo was another one, but there was various issues. So everything's now been changed to Mega Up. Hopefully that should work well for everyone. Right, that one's finished. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to start doing the copy in the background, isn't it? Which is there. It's just out of view. I think DOS is probably the bigger one, the biggest out of these 3. And there we go, that's all copied in. So let's just repeat the process for the other systems. See, this one's a bit smaller, so there's only a single file. So we should have N64DD. Open up this one, do Control A, drag that across. Same password. That's done. And lastly, NDS, Nintendo DS. Again, should be a pre-existing folder. If I can learn my alphabet, there we go. Open up the first zip file. Like I say, as I've done before, you could just, while in the ROMs folder, you could just grab that folder, drop it in, and do it that way. That's completely up to you. Extract and copy. And that's all copied across. So Let's go and launch RetroBat now. Like I say, as usual, this is the first time I've done this. I've not pre-configured any emulators, no configurations done. Just dropping it all in live. So hopefully we won't. I say touch wood, but if we do hit any issues or snags, we can resolve them. And obviously, if you've been following from video 1, your build should be pretty much the same as this. So you know, getting issues, you should get the same ones that I get. So yeah, first system DOS. There we go. So it's in there. It's got the theme artwork already. And let's go and have a look inside here. It's all the games, all the artwork, all looking good. Let's find one to. Let's find one to run. Oh, too much choice. Let's go for this one. It's not one I recognise, to be honest, but so just see if this is going to work straight off. And it's using RetroArch. Okay, so it's found all these files that it thinks you could possibly use to launch the game. So I'm guessing I'm going to go with the top one, albion.bat, so it's a batch file to launch. So enter on the keyboard. An error has occurred. Well, that doesn't work too well, does it? Awesome. Nope, didn't mean to minimise it. Yeah, I've not really done DOS before, so CD there. Launch.exe? No. Who knows? Maybe that's just this game's a bit funny. But let's exit. No, didn't mean that, thank you. Okay, might have a bit of work to do on DOS. Let's try another game just to see whether it's one button. Just to see whether it was that game. Oh, there you go, that one's coming straight up. Your instruction is no. I think I'll hit the fast forward key in the RetroArch, which doesn't help. Let's just close that. So it may be that DOS is a little bit hit and miss. I'm just going to quickly check, just going to pause the video here and just check whether there's any kind of configuration you need to do, or whether it should work out the box. So bear with. Right, I'm back. I had to not cheat, but go onto the RetroBat wiki site and find information about DOS. So it does seem fairly straightforward in the fact that you drop everything into the DOS folder under ROMs, which you've done, and our games are all zipped up. No BIOS file required. Basic controls. And this is the menu we saw when we started out the game. It does say that when it launches a game, if it finds more than one executable file to load the game, it will list them. And then you can select the one to run the game, and when you find the one that works, it says here you can press right on the item and it will set its default, and then next time you launch that game, this menu won't appear and it will launch straight into the game. So that's handy, and it does say there that if there's a game, a bit like when we launched ALF, we didn't see this menu, and that's presumably because there's only a single executable file to launch it. So I guess, yeah, seeing that screen is expected. Like I say, once you've found the right executable, so obviously with DOS that could be a .com file, .exe, a .bat file for a batch file, etc. Once you find the right one, hit right on it, and I'm guessing, I don't know, this is select one of the ones with the star. denotes that it's favourite or the default. Yeah, hit right on the D-pad, or I guess on the keyboard, and it'll set its default, so this screen won't appear again. So yeah, like I say, that is, I guess, expected to see that menu. That's how it works. Like I say, I've not really used DOS through RetroBat before, so let's just try one more just to test that theory. Yeah, so again, it's got the DOS box start menu, found all these X's. Should we X these? Should we? There you go, it seems to work. Using the arrow keys on the keyboard at the moment. Yeah, and mouse support as well. Not sure what the button is to open the door. But anyway, that's working. So yeah, I guess that is expected. Like I say, I like to do this on the fly and not pre-configure everything. So that's kind of a good example of what happens. Oh, wrong button. I hit select rather than back. Let's just exit that then. Quit RetroArch. Right, sorry, so took longer than I expected, so that's DOS kind of covered, and then what else do we add? We did the N64DD. Like I say, again, not a system I'm overly familiar with, but I think it was like a expansion module for the 64, or I'm not sure that it was its own separate console, but it was basically an uprated version. And by looking at the artwork here, it looks like it was probably only released in Japan. That could be completely wrong, but anyway, Super Mario 64. Okay, missing BIOS files. Okay, so that's probably a good point to point out as well. So let me just exit out, because what I have done as well in the background is, obviously we're on RetroBat 5.2 currently in the build. 5.3 is out, so I'd obviously recommend upgrading to that to get updated emulators, etc., and more settings. So if you're going to do that, come into the menu here, do the updates and downloads, hit start update. Oh, it's not finding it for some reason, maybe. Yeah, it still says 5.2, but 5.3 is out, and what I've done on the links in all the videos, this one and all the previous, is I've updated the BIOS file link to a new BIOS pack for 5.3, so that should have the that N64DD one in it. So let me just go locate that quick, and we'll apply that. Okay, so I've just grabbed the file. Here it is, the 5.3. Like I say, the link's in the description. So what we'll literally just do is just grab this BIOS file, drag it into the RetroBat root folder. Also, the BIOS file folder is already there. This will just prompt us to overwrite anything that's pre-existing. So it's going to probably stop in any second now. I'm expecting it to say files already exist. Reckons 5 minutes. It's obviously it's a fairly big pack. At the start there, lots of little files which can take a little while. Speeding up now though. Still thinking about it. And there we go, yeah, a whole bunch of files that exist, so we just replace those. Yeah, a lot of these are probably the same version, but they haven't changed over time, but some of them could be newer and updated, so it's always better to overwrite. Right, so that's copied in, so that message should go away now. But what I'll just mention quickly is while we're here, is also this is the link to the BIOS pack that's on Mega Up, like I say, and all the other links are here now as well. I mean, the only kind of downside is you do get some adult content and pop-ups and advertising, that kind of stuff. So just ignore that rubbish. Don't click on anything in here. Just, you've got the link here. Gives you the size. It says create link. You'll sometimes get random things like this, and all the page doesn't load. But it should. Again, things like that, I'm not even sure if that's a genuine capture or not, so I would just not trust it, to be honest. And then it spawns some pop-ups, but I mean, if you got something like Firefox with like ad blocker built in, you can get away with, or you should be able to block a lot of these adverts. So it appears, the pop-ups don't happen, that kind of stuff. So at the moment, I don't have an ad blocker running. I probably should. But yeah, if you've got some kind of ad blocker, either separate software or built into your browser, it should definitely help stop all that rubbish. But yeah, eventually, like I say, if you get some crap pop-up, just close it and then click on the generate link again. And after a couple of times, you should. I mean, hopefully first time, but if you do get an issue, you should get the link, and then you can just pick the file and download as normal. And it downloads pretty quick from here. So yeah, I guess that's just a general Mega Up not just the BIOS file. Download any of the links on there. Just avoid all the rubbish, all those adverts. Don't click on anything. Just let it generate the link for you, and away you go. So yeah, we've covered that across. So let's go back now. Just clicked into the screensaver. Let's just close that. Right, so let's try this again. Oh, that's not nice. So I'm not even sure what emulator this is using, to be fair. So it's on auto, and auto normally refers to the top one, first one on the list. So let's just try parallel. So it is loading. There's a lot of stuff in Japanese. I'm not sure it's loading quite right, but at least it's loading in that emulator. So let's just try. So you hold down and select the A button or whatever it is on your controller to get this menu here. So let's go to advanced, and then so just for this game that's where we can change the settings and emulate, etc. So let's try Project 64, which is obviously not RetroArts, it's a standalone, so it's going to ask us to install it. Let's give this one a whirl. Like I said, that's the thing with emulation, everyone's systems are different. Oh yeah, look, it's a Japanese retail ROM. So it's a Japanese region disk image. Just go to configuration, just see what it's moaning about. So all these are looking in the right place. Oh, there you go. Complaining that it needs. So let's go to our RetroBat folder and do it BIOS. There's not an N64. N64DD IPL there. Whether that's a Japanese one or not, I don't know. Nothing under. It's literally just that one. So let's pick that for all three. Whether that's going to work or not, I have no idea. But there's definitely a bar file there. Whether it's the Japanese one or American one, I don't know. So let's do that. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so let's just try that once more. So that does work with that BIOS file. But the screen doesn't look quite right to me, so again, maybe it's just a. We do have a separate. Which doesn't work very well. Oh, there you go. If I run it full screen, I don't know if you can capture it now. Whether it's capturing fine. It is working. Maybe some neat tweaking of the N64 emulator. See, in a window it goes a little bit missing, but running full screen it looks okay. I'm just hitting the escape key on my keyboard to switch between the two. I mean, that looks pretty perfect to me. It just doesn't like running in a window for some reason. So this is where you can also go and change a lot of the settings. You might want to play around with some of these settings that might make it run a bit smoother, a bit better. So yeah, you get the message. So I do wonder quickly if we change back to RetroBat now. No, not scrape. Where they're running as RetroBat. Put it back to auto so I use the top one. Just see what happens. Nah. It might be just that's a bad example, but you know, again, it's difficult to emulate. Maybe. See what happens when you get. Yeah, so this game looks a bit better. I mean, to be honest, the N64DD, I guess it's kind of an edge case. It's a less, I'd say, less popular system, but probably got some popular games in it. Just gonna skip. But anyway, so that seems to work. So again, it might be a hit and miss on some of the games on this one. I guess you have to give it a try and find out. So let's go back. So the last one was DS. So let's have a quick look in here. A bit of crash. Everyone loves crash. Thankfully this one seems to be working straight away, which is good. Here's the selection kit again. We'll double check the actual game loads. I'm sure it will. It's looking good so far. Yep, definitely want to skip. Come on, get to the game. That is one thing that bugs me slightly, those games that have just far too much intro. I know some of them only playing the first time, but still. See again. Whether anyone actually reads all this stuff, I don't know. Come on. Oh, I'm going to give up in a second. Yeah, go, play the game. Really? Jeez. Right, anyway, that appears to be working. I'm not going to go much further, but anyway, yeah, here we go. So NDS, we've got quite a few games here. Again, all the artwork, everything all ready to go. Oh, looking lovely. One there without. So yeah, that's those three systems added. Obviously, a note in there to get the new BIOS file and upgrade to 5.3. So if we go back to the top, we are now at 5,785 games. So we're doing good. Okay, so that wraps up the video. That's now 3 systems added. Thanks for watching. Also, yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I'll be back shortly with another video, hopefully to wrap this up fairly soon. I think about some other builds I'm going to start. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Any issues or comments, just put them in the comments, or join the Facebook page, or Discord, whichever you fancy. But yeah, it'd be good to hear from people. Any suggestions, feedback would be great. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.